are also, you don't get a very big pillow that the adult should use, and you put it on the child's bed, and the child sleeps, and the neck is completely, the chin is completely touching the chest. It's going to have, even in an adult, you're going to have a neck pain. And the pillow is put in such a way that it's the neck actually rests on the pillow, not the head, not the occiput. Because if the occiput rests on the pillow, the chin will be touching the chest. Then you're going to have neck pain. At times you sleep and you wake up with bad posture and you have severe aches and pain. So the pillows are supposed to be a bit flat, that the neck actually rests with the jaw up and back, so that airway is easy to go through. It's easy to go through. But when you shut that by making the chin, then you snore. You start making all manners of noise. And when you see somebody, you're lying down, somebody's lying next to you and he's snoring, just tap the person to change position. And immediately change posture, which is position. The snoring, the airways open up. Now, because children are growing, you don't want them, if you don't watch your kids very well, when you see a child playing football and injures the toe, he starts to limp. You must make sure something is done quickly, because there's a tendency they may want to continue limping, and they're limping for the next 1 month, the next 2 months. I've had a lot of parents.
What's the danger in that?
They continue limping down. When you investigate them, you don't find anything. It becomes habitual. It becomes habitual. So you need to sort. Children want to play football, they should put on some footwear. If you don't have a football boot, can wear canvas, not on barefoot, that you hit your toe on the floor and it bruises it. Do you understand? So when a child, if you look at this, the school, the chairs are upright with the lockers in front. You don't sit sagging. They are upright. Even the dining chair is the best chair in the house. It's also upright compared to the sofas in the sitting room where there's sagging. And even in the sofas, there are throw pillows around.
Exactly.
So you still put it behind. So you must always make sure no child develops an awkward position of lying down, and the parents should always check on them when they sleep. Even if you come in late, still drop by their rooms and check on them. And when a child comes to tell you, "Mommy, Daddy, my hand is paining me, my back is paining me," please do something. Don't just assume. Do something. If you need to give something, that's why I love my wife. She would not let me rest. She would, this one is this, is that. What do we do? What do we do?
She's observant.
She's very, very observant about it. And a child doesn't have plenty of time to keep complaining. My head is paining me is an emergency. You do something. If not, within another 6 hours is a different story.
Wow. So, like you've always told us on this show, you've told us that anything that's with regards to our children, we must always treat with urgency.
Yes.
So I believe that applies in this case as well. When there's a postural issue, we must treat it with immediate effect.
When a child is carrying a bag that the parents neither sees early before the child goes to school, the parent leave home on time, you must find time to see your children dress for school. Whether you have a maid or a house help at home, you must also, as personal hygiene, try to look into their mouth and brush the teeth. The maids don't even brush their own mouth, talk less of brushing that of your kids. And also, as a working class mother, you must find time to bathe your kids at least once a week, even if it's the weekend. Bathe your kids at least once a week, no matter how busy you are, so that you can correct most of these things. A lot of children carry heavy bags to school, and that is where the postural deformity starts, and they don't tell you. They continue to carry the bags and carry by the time you see this child, it's gone beyond just physical talk. Now, between the ages of 9 and 13 is where we see the adolescent onset scoliosis. Scoliosis simply means lateral curvature of the spine. Adolescent onset scoliosis, cause is unknown. The child just notices, the mother notices the child come out, and it's commoner in female than male. Comes out and say, "Why is your spine S-shaped?"
Wow.
Or the friends in school notice, maybe maybe they're in dormitory in the boarding, and they notice that why, or at the poolside, they find out why is your own back S-shaped
like this,
and nobody knew why. Nobody knows why. Nobody has seen it before. It doesn't run in the family. Then the treatment needs to start immediately. It needs to start immediately because the child is still growing, and that S will worsen as the child continues to grow. Now, in the school age, one of the predisposing factor is carrying heavy objects on the trunk for kyphosis lordosis. Now, the chest is a bit curved backward, and the low back is curved inward. Those are kyphosis and lordosis. Now, when they are exaggerated, the thoracic spine is kyphotic, the lumbar spine is lordotic, the cervical spine is lordotic. Now, when they are exaggerated, that is where you see the hunchback.
Yeah.
The hunchback, okay. Yes. The hunchback for the kyphosis. And when there's an hunchback, there will be a compensatory lordosis. And this could also interpose with a scoliosis. Now, for those that knew the old Ojeladipo comedy theater group in the 80s, Papilolo and Jacob. Yes, the original Jacob had an hunchback in front and behind. Then when he passed on, they brought another Jacob that had only behind. Do you understand? Yeah. So these are typical. Then when we see in our time growing up, you see people with that hunchback, you say they are Jacob. But this generation of now don't have those privileges, knowing these things. Our generations will still remember this. Those are typical examples because people will be saying what is kyphosis, what is lordosis, what is scoliosis. Those are typical examples we can relate with.
Interesting. I've learned a lot this evening. Thank you, Doc. Don't forget the numbers to call: 0906000 3352, 08061527292. Looks to me like our listeners want to listen today. Doc, I'm going to give a question from myself, but I just want us to put that as an aside as we go into our timeout segment as well, so that you can treat both together. So my own question is, what advice would you have for children that start getting tall and start to bend, start to feel maybe they are too tall, but I guess just put that on one side. Let me go straight into our timeout segment, where today we're looking at spinal cord injury in children. And this abstract is coming to you by Gordon Mao, MD, Johns Hopkins School of Medicine. A spinal cord injury is damage to the bundle of cells and nerves that carry incoming and outgoing messages between the brain and the rest of the body. Most spinal cord injuries in younger children younger than 8 years result from motor vehicle crashes, falls, and child abuse. Spinal cord injuries in older children are most likely to result from motor vehicle crashes or sports injuries. A child, do we have a call? Let's take the call. Let me interrupt that to take this call. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the show.